Imagine the weight of 8 years pressing down on your chest like a stone you can't lift. That's how I felt that afternoon in the boardroom of Hayes Tech Solutions, the company I'd poured my soul into. My name is Emma Thompson, and I'd clawed my way through endless nights, sealing deals that kept our servers humming and our lights on. I'd landed the massive Ethan Black contract, $15 million that became our lifeline during the lean times. But respect? From my father, Robert Hayes? That was the one thing I craved more than any bonus or title. And on that day, it shattered like cheap glass. The air in the room felt thick, almost suffocating, as Dad walked in with my sister, Olivia, trailing him like a shadow that had finally stepped into the light. She was all polished perfection, tailored suit, flawless makeup, that effortless charm that turned heads at every networking event. Me? I was the one buried in spreadsheets, the invisible force making it all work. Dad cleared his throat, avoiding my gaze. "Emma," he said, his voice flat like he was reading from a script. "We've decided on the future of the company. It's time for fresh leadership." My heart stuttered. "What do you mean?" I managed, my fingers tightening on the financial report in my lap. He sighed, as if explaining to a child. "Olivia will take full ownership. We're transferring Hayes Tech entirely to her." The words hit like a slow-motion punch, echoing in my ears until they blurred. Sole owner? Olivia, who showed up for photo ops and client dinners but vanished when the real grind started. The one who'd never balanced a budget or soothed a furious vendor. She met my stare with a smile that twisted like a knife. "I'll handle things from here, Emma," she said, her tone dripping with false sweetness. "You can stick around if you want, maybe as my assistant." Something inside me cracked. A quiet fracture that spread like ice on a frozen lake. "Dad, I've built this place," I whispered, my voice trembling. "Every major client, every turnaround, that was me. Olivia barely knows the difference between a firewall and a phishing scam." He waved a hand dismissively. "She's got the vision, Emma. The social media presence. The charisma. You're great at the nuts and bolts. But we need a face for the future. Someone. Marketable. Marketable. Like I was a defective product, hidden in the warehouse while Olivia shone on the shelf." The room spun. Betrayal burned in my throat, hot and silent. I stood, my chair scraping back with a harsh grind. "So that's it? I slave away, and she gets the crown." Olivia shrugged, unfazed. "Business is business. If you play nice, there's a spot for you under me." Under her. The words ignited a cold fury I'd buried for years. I laughed, but it came out hollow, echoing off the glass walls. "No thanks. Enjoy your throne." I stormed out, grabbing my laptop and a handful of personal files from my desk. Dad's voice chased me down the hall. "Emma, wait." But I didn't look back. The elevator doors closed like a final curtain, sealing away the life I'd given everything to. Outside, in the bustling streets of downtown Seattle, my best friend Mia was waiting by my car. She'd sensed something was off from my frantic text. One glance at my face, and her eyes widened. "Emma, what the hell happened?" I collapsed against her, the tears finally breaking free. "They gave it all to Olivia. Every damn share." Mia pulled me into a hug, her grip fierce. "After you saved their asses a dozen times? That's bullshit." But beneath the pain, a spark flickered, something raw and liberating. "I'm done, Mia. Let her sink or swim." She nodded, squeezing my shoulder. "You're stronger than this. We'll figure it out." That night, sleep evaded me like a guilty conscience. Dad's words looped in my head. "You're great at the nuts and bolts." Nuts and bolts. As if my blood, sweat, And silent sacrifices were just mechanical parts, easily replaced. The betrayal festered, a quiet poison seeping into my bones. Why had I stayed silent all those years? Why hadn't I demanded the recognition I deserved? By morning, resolve hardened like steel. I drove back to the office one last time, Mia by my side for moral support. Whispers trailed us like ghosts. News traveled fast in a place like this. Eyes darted away, pity mixed with awkward silence. In my office, I packed methodically, client notes I'd handwritten during crises. The faded photo of Dad and me at the company's launch party. Mia held it up. Keep this? I stared at his proud grin, now tainted by hypocrisy. No. Let it stay as a reminder. The door swung open without a knock. Olivia, in her signature power heels, leaned against the frame. Leaving so soon? Her voice was saccharine, but her eyes held a glint of triumph. I didn't pause. What do you want? She stepped closer, crossing her arms. Come on, Emma. You're good with the details, the boring stuff. Stay on. I'll even give you a raise. The offer stung like salt in an open wound. This isn't about money, I snapped, slamming a drawer shut. You stole what I built. Her smile faltered. Just a fraction. Dad chose me. Get over it. I met her gaze, unflinching. Then run it without me. See how far your vision gets you. She huffed and left, her heels clicking a retreat that echoed my unspoken victory. We loaded the boxes into my car, the weight symbolic of years discarded. Mia hugged me tight. This is the start of something better. I nodded, but doubt lingered like fog. Back in my apartment overlooking the Puget Sound, I collapsed on the couch, staring at the blank screen of my phone. No call from Dad. No apology. Just silence, amplifying the ache of abandonment. The next days blurred into a haze of job searches and restless walks. Mia checked in daily, her voice a lifeline. Any bites? Not yet, I'd say, forcing optimism. But inside, the betrayal simmered. A slow burn that fueled quiet fantasies of Olivia's downfall. Passing the Hayes Tech building one evening, I glimpsed chaos through the windows, Olivia gesturing wildly at staff. Her face flushed. A twisted satisfaction bloomed in my chest. She had no idea the intricacies, the late-night vendor calls, the delicate client egos. Let her learn the hard way. 3 days later, Mia's call shattered my fragile routine. Emma, it's bad over there. Ethan Black is pulling out, threatening to yank the whole 15 mil. My pulse raced. Ethan. The whale I'd reeled in with patience and persistence. What did Olivia do? Mia whispered. She bulldozed him on rates. No warning. He's pissed. I could picture it. Ethan's no-nonsense demeanor clashing with Olivia's entitlement. She'll crash and burn, I said. But a pang of regret tugged at me. The company wasn't just theirs, it was mine, too. In spirit. Dad's voicemail came that night. His voice strained. Emma, we need to talk. Call me. I deleted it. The silence my armor. But the hurt deepened. A psychological scar from years of being overlooked. Why did family bonds twist into chains? By Sunday, the pressure built. Mia visited with coffee, her eyes searching mine. You gonna let it all collapse? I paced the room. If I go back, it's admitting they were right to sideline me. She nodded. Then don't. Make them feel the void you left. Her words fortified me. But sleep brought nightmares of loyal employees jobless. Families strained, all because of one sister's greed. Monday dawned gray and relentless. Dad called again. Desperation cracking his facade. Emma, Ethan's out. We're hemorrhaging. Please, come back. The plea stirred old loyalties. But I held firm. You made Olivia CEO. Let her fix it. His voice broke. She can't. She's in over her head. Satisfaction mingled with sorrow, the admission I'd longed for. Delivered in defeat. That's on you, I whispered. Hanging up. Tears came then. Hot and unbidden. The cost of my silence all these years? A fractured family. A wounded self. Mia arrived later. Donuts in hand. Proud of you for standing tall. But doubt not, was revenge worth the collateral damage? The calls escalated, Olivia's voicemail pleading. Shrill with panic. Emma. Everything's falling apart. I need you. Her vulnerability pierced me. A reminder that betrayal cut both ways. Yet I ignored it, cleaning my apartment obsessively to drown the noise. By evening, the phone was off, my boundaries a fragile shield. Tuesday's pounding at the door jolted me awake. Mia, breathless, thrust her phone forward. The headline screamed, Hayes Tech teeters after key client exit. Ethan had walked. Staff quitting. Stocks plummeting. I sank onto the couch. The reality crashing in. Innocent lives upended by our family's rot. Dad's next call was a whisper of surrender. We're done without you. Name your price. My heart ached. But power surged. No, he begged, offering scraps. I hung up. The silence deafening. That night, Mia brought pizza. Her advice steady, if you help. Do it on your terms. Terms. The word ignited a plan. Full control. Ownership stake, make them pay for the pain. Sleep came fitfully. Dreams of confrontation blending with resolve. Wednesday, Olivia called. Voice raw. I'm sorry. I was blind. Please. Pity flickered. But so did anger, the years she'd coasted on my efforts. Think about it, I said. Ending the call. A walk cleared my head. Memories flooding, building Hayes Tech from a garage startup. The pride in employees' eyes. Dad called again. Broken. Accounts frozen. Help us. I laid it out, full authority on Ethan and my deals. In writing. He agreed instantly. And 40% ownership if I save it. Silence. Then defeat. Done. Power tasted bittersweet. The price of betrayal extracted. Thursday. I stood outside the building, watching Dad and Olivia through the glass, haggard. Diminished. Dad spotted me. Relief flooding his face. Emma. Olivia approached. Tears streaming. I'm so sorry. I didn't know. Her sobs echoed my own hidden pain. I felt the weight of our shared blood. Twisted by choices. Okay, I said. But on my terms, full control. 40% stake. No interference. They nodded. Desperation sealing the deal. Inside. The office was a war zone, disarray mirroring the emotional wreckage. I dove in. Dialing Ethan. This is personal, I said. He relented to a meeting. The next day, in his sleek office, I faced him head-on. Olivia's out of the picture. I'm back. With skin in the game. Respect dawned in his eyes as I presented fair terms. Deal, he said. Handshake firm. Back at Hayes Tech. Cheers erupted. He's in. Dad and Olivia wilted in gratitude. But I stood firm, my way now. A month later. The company stabilized under my lead. Clients returned. Staff loyal. In a boardroom meeting, I declared changes, fairness, respect. No shortcuts. Olivia nodded humbly. Dad admitted pride. Employees thanked me. Their trust a balm on old wounds. But the scars remained, the silent toll of betrayal. The price of reclaiming power. I'd risen. But at what cost to my soul? Family bonds mended fragilely. A reminder that revenge, even silent, leaves echoes that never fully fade. I was Emma Thompson, leader at last, but forever changed by the shadows of what was lost.